Not using the control stick to move around. This feels so immersive and so freaking scary. Oh my gosh, I just have to check. I am like freaking out here. Brats, today is a very exciting day. We are getting to unbox and check out an Oculus Quest. Now, for most of you who have been following the channel for a while, you know that I have been super interested in checking one of these out. As someone who's got the Rift S, had the PSVR for years, and originally started on a Gear VR, which is wireless if you want to call it VR, whatever. I've been super excited to see what this is like. First and most important step of unboxing being always have a small and sharp unboxing knife with you. I really don't want to damage this, so it looks like this is just plastic to cover the outside. Come on, get that prophylactic off of there. Boom. I think we might be done with this. I don't think there's anything more that we have to cut apart. I love the box. People say the box is great to keep and reuse, to store it and to take it places. Oh, and it's... I thought it was like an open design. It's a straight lift off. So lift up. Oh my gosh. And yeah, the box is cool. It's got some padding on the inside that holds everything in place. So definitely something that you might want to hang on to for traveling. We got a box probably full of wires and books and crap, but let's take a quick look. And this is nice. It's got the wall plug to charge it with, USB-C. This, I believe, is the glasses spacer. So if you're someone who wears glasses, you install this, keeps it a little further from your face, makes the glasses fit just right. And a nice long charging cable. Now, I believe that this charging cable cannot be used for the virtual link. It's not fast enough. It doesn't have the right fiber optics or whatever it takes inside. So this is only for charging it. So something to keep in mind there. Batteries. I love that they include batteries. And they are 1.5 volt, interestingly. So most batteries you buy rechargeable and stuff are 1.2 volts. And people have said the tracking is much better with 1.5 volts. And then I see they provide 1.5 volts. So I would say that helps substantiate that claim. And then books and crap, stuff we don't need. This is really nice of the way they package this. Stays in there. It's got more Oculus branding, Oculus Quest. I like that. You can come in, but you gotta stay out of the frame. No. It's the first thing. What did I just say? I just said you gotta stay out of the frame. Now, the Quest has the headband pretty much just like the original Rift. So, it goes around the back of your skull. A lot of people, the problem is they'll say it's really comfortable. They put it too high. They put it up here, and it just, all the weight's on the front of your face. So really, this should be around the base of your skull, and then that should be holding more of the pressure off. Still not going to be as comfortable as a Halo type headband like the PSVR or the Rift S. Sadly, they had already started developing this long before they swapped over to that style. So stretches out just like the original Rift, but I like this because there's no wire. The wire's not holding it up, so that's awesome. Before you start, install the Oculus app. So we will have to do that to get this working. And then, of course, these are going to feel familiar. A set of Oculus Touch controllers, just like the ones we have for the Rift S. And that's everything. So you take this out, tells you to install the app, and then it has, no, you can't be doing that. You got to get down. So you got to take this out, and then it's got no liquid cleaners, no sunlight on lenses, separate warning, each lens. I like that. Volume up and down here. It's got two separate headphone ports on each side. I think some companies have come out with it, but so you can get like a short headphone that goes right to your ear on each side instead of having to have wires all over you. And then the IPD adjustment, just like the original Rift had also. So some people like that has an IPD adjustment since the Rift S doesn't. We'll have to see if that makes a difference for us. It's got its 4 cameras that track everything. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got the spot where you charge it. Also, nice thing that's on there. Some people hook a battery pack. They even make ones that can hook to the headband to help counterbalance the weight here. And then you can just run a cord along there and still stay pretty well wireless rather than having a power bank in your pocket. You can just have it directly on the headband. And then this over here, which looks like the on and off button right there with a little light to indicate it. So I'm going to get this thing all set up, and then I'm going to show you some gameplay. We're going to check out first impressions. I did play a bunch of Rift S this morning just to get back in the mindset of exactly how the Rift S looks and plays so that we can see how this feels in comparison. So let me go set this up, and then we'll check this out. All right, so I set up my living room with a nice, good open space. I basically got the rug here that I can walk all the way around, helping me to stay in the safe zone. The only thing, of course, with the TV, I've got Jaybratt here helping protect the TV so that I don't get too close to punching that. So the rug will basically be a boundary for me to make sure that I don't go too far. I'm gonna set up a Guardian in here that'll help me stay in the zone, but I just wanted to use the living room because I have a lot more space up here. I really wanted to experience what true freedom this can offer. So let's get in and check out the Quest. Okay, we're going into Robo Recall. I'm skipping, oh God, turn that down. I keep trying to grab my headset right there and I grab the volume. I guess this is telling me to stand here. Boy, they made this look good. It doesn't look as good as on PC, obviously, but for what it is, this still looks really good. Uh-oh. I don't have any hands. I don't think I can fight you. Ugh. Oh, gosh. Boy, it's so free without wires that I just want to walk. I can see how people would get into a lot more trouble with the Quest than with the normal one, because you have a cord that's really pulling you back to somewhere, and especially if you have it set up the way I do, where there's a harness holding the string above, because you always kind of feel that pulling whenever you get away from the center, and it kind of pulls you back. I can really see how this would get you into trouble. I can see what people mean about comfort on the Quest not being the greatest. Already, I'm like feeling my cheekbones are like, what the heck is on your face? Oh, not having wires though, there is something amazing. So I tend to turn right mostly. I tend to twist my cable up because I'm always twisting the same direction. So I have to be really careful in games like this. And not having to think about that, I can just keep turning. So far, as looking in the Oculus Home and stuff, I can tell the screen, the colors definitely seem brighter because of the OLED. I don't know why I'm just walking around while I talk. I guess because I can. The colors definitely seem brighter and nicer, but one thing I was curious about is the black levels. So far, what I'm seeing, just opening the menus to hear more, I feel like the OLED screen here, the blacks are nice and dark. Like, it really feels like a real open presence, which is good because it really bugged me playing Vader Immortal on the Rift S because it was a gorgeous game, but the black levels were like everywhere you were in a dark environment, just like gray smears on everything. It didn't look truly dark. So I'm curious how Vader Immortal is going to look on this. I'm hoping that's a lot better because of the OLED screen. The OLED screen, though, here definitely has a lot more screen door effect. I could see that in Oculus Home and everything. So there's trade-offs. Oh, yeah. Already, I can tell you. So this actually looks better on the Quest than it does on the Rift S. With the darker environments, you don't really notice the screen door effect. And it's way more convincing. Oh, the freedom here. Freedom! There is some foveated rendering, so if I look way to the side, I can see it. So it's only slightly noticeable when you move, so like, right here in my vision, the quality degrades a bit, and then out here it degrades a lot, which I know they're doing that to save on performance, which is smart, but really you barely notice unless when you turn your head, you can kind of see the lines a little bit. The black levels, so like right there, that looks like a dark hole. It does smear a bit, so if I turn my head fast, I don't know if you'll be able to see that in the capture, but like you see the black levels kind of trail back. Which happens with OLED screens still. The foveated rendering is also more noticeable if you're looking down or up. Well, at least down for sure, because it's like, as I look down, I see the ground get nicer looking as I focus towards it.
We are here. The
fact that they got a game like this running on this Snapdragon, though, is amazing no matter what. I want to see how Rec Room looks on here. Boy, I see how I can only see myself. I can't see the other stuff in the mirror. So they did that to save some processing power, which is smart. I'm just going to go on a quick quest. Going one person. Probably not going to get far. Boy, the foveated rendering is pretty clear. Where are they? Oh, geez. Oh, geez. That's bad. Oh, God. Oh, God. I feel like part of it, I'm still so used to having to stay in place that my brain can't compute that I could actually, like, move around because I'm just so used to VR. So it's almost too freeing in a way, because I feel like for someone who had never done VR, it would feel like they could just they'd be so used to it, they'd actually be moving around. It'd be really hard to control them. Or someone like me who's played a lot of VR and is pretty used to staying in place, it's actually hard to break the habit for me and feel like, oh, I can actually move from side to side. So interesting. The shield's a different color, and I can only see myself in the mirror. I can't see my accessories. And same thing again, I'm so used to using the joysticks that it's like Why would I physically turn? Oh gosh, this could be bad. I'm getting surrounded. Stay on the ground. Whew. Oh geez. Oh, come on. Okay. Okay. So far, this has been really, really cool. Great experience being wireless. It really changes it. And for someone who never done VR, it would be so much more liberating the first time. I'm so used to doing it and staying in place that I still kind of just freeze up and want to stay in place. But for someone, if you put them in this the first time, the only thing I would say is make sure you have a good boundary and you're ready to get in their way if they start to run for anything, because I feel like it would be so easy if you'd never done VR to just go crazy in this. So let me see, what is the weather like? Is it still... It's very cloudy. We're gonna go try something you're not really supposed to, but I wanna test just how far we can take this. Right now, we're gonna go do something that you're not really supposed to do with the Quest, but it's something that I've always wanted to do, and I wanna see if it'll actually work. So I'm headed to a field that is not too far from my house. I'm probably gonna get some very weird looks from people if anyone sees me out here, although it's kind of the right time of day. There's not that many people out. I'm gonna use the external speakers, so you might hear some of that through the mic, but I'm gonna use the external speakers because I don't wanna have headphones on and take myself that much more out of the real world while I'm doing this, just to add some safety to it. So I'm headed over to this field, and it's an extremely cloudy day, but a reason you don't wanna take your Quest outside is because you don't wanna risk getting any sunlight directly in the lenses. Now the big problem here too is it's also been very rainy where I live, and this field is pretty mucky. So I'm not gonna be able to run or do anything too crazy because I don't wanna slip and get hurt. But if we can find a decently dry patch of land here in the grass, I'm gonna try and see what it's like to check out Apex Construct out in the open world. The trickiest part is I'm making sure I'm just not gonna take the headset off my head. If I flip it up or whatever, I'll keep it on no matter what I do. That way I don't have to worry about risking getting any light in on the lenses. Okay, so I should be able to, oh my God. Oh my God, this is really freaky actually. Oh my God. So I need to go get the thing. I played a little bit of Apex Construct. Oh my gosh. I gotta be careful though, because I kind of went near these trees, so I can't get too crazy. I'm gonna teleport over here to get this, and then I'm gonna try walking back to the door, because that should get me away from these trees. Oh my God, this is really freaky, I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of scaring the crap out of me. Oh my God. So I can actually walk. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is so freaky. To be in like a warehouse where you could actually do this in your track and you knew it was safe would be really cool. Doing it this way, I'm not gonna lie, is, oh my God, is completely terrifying. Oh my God. I just don't feel safe at all. I feel like I'm totally gonna crash into something. Oh. Don't let them see you. Oh my God, this is so freaky. It'd be less freaky for some reason if I could see my legs in VR, because I look down and I feel like I don't know what my legs are gonna land on at all. Okay, this is gonna be weird because I'm supposed to go down steps here, so I think I'm gonna have to teleport. Otherwise my character's just gonna float over them, yeah. So I have to teleport downstairs. So like, I'm not actually using that huge of an area in this field because I couldn't make my boundaries way too big. I can only make them so big. And so I'm actually only using like a 30 by 30 area, but not using the control stick to move around. This feels so immersive and so freaking scary. Oh my gosh, I just have to check. I am like freaking out here. Very experimented with it. Maybe you'll lose signs. Oh crap. So, okay, I've got quite a bit of room in front of me here. Oh God, but my tracking's starting to get a little crazy. Oh my God, this is really, well the problem is, and then it's actually not that scary to start moving around, and that's when something bad's gonna happen though. That's when I'm gonna get hurt. Okay. Okay, we're gonna try and, oh man. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Ah, stop, stop. Oh God. Where the hell am I? Okay. Can I, got him. Okay. Where's my boundary? So I can go, I need to get, oh gosh. I need to get over here. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna crash into something and get hurt. Okay. Okay, I need that. Can I go that way? I'm gonna hit my boundary here at some point.
We need to leave this place now.
Okay, we're leaving the place. I think I need to go over there. Okay, I'm getting a little more used to this, oh god, but you just I have to be like really particular about changing the direction that I can go here. Oh my gosh, this is so frightening. Oh my gosh. Where's the boundary? I must be near it. If I could have done this out in the middle of the field, this would feel a lot safer, but now that I got near the trees, I'm feeling kind of freaked out. The one thing, it doesn't really factor in height. So I have to, oh my god, I have to like teleport every one time the height changes, otherwise I'll end up just floating in the air going underground. Okay, oh god, we are inside. Okay, I think that's enough. I am like fully, this is cool, but this is really freaky. Okay, I'm going home. This was cool. Let's go home and we will talk about thoughts on what I think of this Quest and how crazy that experience just was, because that's like nothing I've ever been able to do with my Rift. All right, that was crazy playing the Quest outside. So let's talk about final thoughts on the Quest. In first impressions, putting this on, wearing this and playing with it, the Oculus Quest absolutely reminded me of an Oculus Rift CV1. It really feels like it. It looks like it. It's got most of the same features. The only thing it doesn't have the headphones. I really wish the Quest had come with headphones like these. It's nice that the Quest has audio in it and you can put it on and it works and it'll be easy if you're trying to demo it for someone. But I would say its biggest downfall is its audio. Quality's just not phenomenal. And I understand, I think there's been some updates that have actually made it sound better than when it first came out. So I imagine that was pretty horrifying for people who first put it on when they first got it, and that was the audio then. Second biggest downfall is definitely the comfort. For me, I don't know if I'd say prominent cheekbones, but they're here. They kind of stick forward, and all of the weight of this landed on my cheekbones. I was able to pull it down a little bit lower and it wasn't so bad. It put the weight a little lower on my face, but the problem was then when it shows you that first screen, when you put this on, it shows you the green lines that you're supposed to keep in focus. Those went out of focus if I pushed it further down my head. So for this to be perfectly in focus, it had to put all the weight right here. So I know there's some mods. People have used deluxe audio straps from HTCs and other things and tried hooking them on these. I would say that would be smart, or maybe see what some of the other aftermarket pads replacing it can be. As far as accessibility, this thing is amazing. I mean, anyone can put this on and figure it out. This is so simple. And I guess even since I tested this, because I've been editing this video for days, they've switched over that hand tracking now is automatic. So if you put this on without your controllers on, it goes straight to hand tracking and you can just pick stuff with your hands. So if you want to just watch some YouTube VR, Netflix or something, pop this thing on, just pick it with your hands and you're in. You don't have to get your controllers. You don't have to find them. You don't have to make sure they have a battery in them. So that's amazing. This is the VR for anyone, especially someone who's not an enthusiast. This anyone could use this. This is amazing. Tracking was good. Just as good as the Rift S, I would say. I'm surprised because I know it has less cameras, but I didn't feel like it had any blind spots or any issues. I just wish it had the Halo style headband to put the weight on differently instead of putting it all in your face like it does. I wish it just had that halo. The definition of it is better than the Rift CV1. The screen door effect is better. The graphics aren't as good. So it really, like I said, feels comparable to a CV1. It feels like you got rid of all the wires on the CV1. You can just play it anywhere. It's got the 72 hertz refresh rate. I didn't notice that at all. It's hard to know if you're noticing that the frame rate's lower or if the game is just being a little choppy and having a hard time running, because I did run into some issues with some of the games and the frame rate's dropping. So again, that's something that only a very keen eye would be able to know the difference in what exactly is causing that. For most people, it's just they're gonna notice it's a little glitchy. You know, it's running on mobile hardware. It's not gonna be nearly as smooth. If you're a huge VR enthusiast, the Quest is still good. But if you have a Rift S or a Valve Index or a Vive Pro, you probably are going to feel a little underwhelmed when you get in this and you try it out. It's just not quite the crisp experience you're used to, but getting rid of that wire is game changing. And I'm not going to lie, taking this outside was like nothing I've ever experienced in VR. That was amazing. Being able to just walk around in a field and play a game, like if they can make a headset that can do that effectively with sunlight, not risk damaging it if you took it off, Like that could just be absolutely amazing. VR anywhere, anytime, it could be so cool. So those of you who have a Quest, let me know what you think. Now you've had one a while, how does it feel? Does the magic wear off? Do you still try and take it to warehouses or gymnasiums or anywhere you can? What do you do with it that makes it special? And how do you like the new link cable? I need to get a cable that can actually run it and see how it is, but everyone says it's barely distinguishable, so it seems awesome. For the price, this is great VR. It's super approachable. I would say this is definitely the VR for someone that's not super into VR. For someone who's super into VR, maybe that Vive Pro with the wireless module. I still need to get my hands on one of those and try that out. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you to all the new subscribers. We're almost at 700. It's absolutely amazing. And at 750, I'm doing another special, and it's going to be a big giveaway. So watch out for that here coming soon. Thank you so much. I will see you in another reality.